She leaned close enough for her perfume to cut through the noise. "Not here," she whispered. "Go sit in the guest section." I froze. Her lips were still smiling, but her eyes? Cold, practiced. Then she turned to him, her rich ex, all teeth and tailored smugness, and said, "You deserve this seat more." He smirked, slid into my place beside her like he owned the air she breathed. Her family laughed, polite, poisoned laughter. Mine stayed silent. So I got up, fixed my suit, and said quietly, "Carry on." And they did, for a while. I met her 6 years ago, a bookstore in Karachi, her hair still wet from the rain. She asked if I believed love should be practical. I said, no, it should be dangerous. She smiled, like she'd found the trouble she wanted. We built something real, or I thought we did. Late-night noodles, shared deadlines, Sunday drives to nowhere. I worked 2 jobs so she could quit hers and find herself. She said she was proud of me, her voice soft, eyes shining. She used to trace the veins on my wrist and say, "You keep the world steady for me." Turns out, she was just waiting for a better offer. It started with the phone face down, then late-night meetings, new perfume, laughter that didn't belong to me. One night she left her laptop open, a mistake she'd never made before. The message was short, "Can't wait to see you at my party." She'll never know. "The" was me. The sender was her ex, the man she swore she hated. I didn't confront her. Not yet. I just watched. Every lie she told became a piece on the board. When she said, "Let's keep the party small, just close family," I nodded. I already knew he'd be there. I made sure of it. The hurt settled into something colder, logic, calculation. I wasn't going to shout. I wasn't going to beg. I was going to end it, publicly, cleanly, and permanently. Step 1, move assets, quietly. Her name off the house, her access to the accounts revoked, her cards flagged as pending review. Step 2, evidence, screenshots, receipts, voice notes, all sent to a trusted lawyer and time-stamped. Step 3, timing. The birthday party wasn't just hers, it was a stage. I'd let her have her audience. I'd let her play queen one last time. When the night came, I arrived early. The hall shimmered with chandeliers and fake affection. Her family greeted me like a servant. Mine smiled through gritted teeth. She looked stunning, deliberate, rehearsed perfection. She didn't notice the small envelope under each guest's plate. Inside, a QR code, linked to a private video folder I'd created, one containing her business meetings, her voice, her laughter, her betrayal. The code would activate when I pressed send. All I had to do was wait. And then came that moment. The whisper, the smirk, the humiliation served in front of everyone. "Go sit in the guest section." I remember her tone, the casual cruelty of it, like I was a stain on her perfect night. I smiled, sat where she told me to, and waited until the cake was rolled out. She stood, radiant under the spotlight. "Thank you all for being here," she said, voice dripping sugar. "To celebrate life, love, and new beginnings." I raised my glass. "A toast," I said, cutting her off. Her eyes flickered. Surprise, then irritation. "To my wife," I continued, "the woman who taught me the importance of honesty." Polite clapping. Confused smiles. Then I tapped my phone. Send to all. Phones buzzed around the room like an electrical storm. Gasps, silence. Then her mother's scream. On every screen, her secrets played out in cold pixels. Her laughter, his voice, her promises. She turned pale. "What did you—" I stood, calm. "You told me to sit with the guests," I said, "so I gave them a show." Her ex bolted for the exit. Her family stared at her like she was a stranger. My family just watched. Quietly, finally understanding why I'd stayed silent for months. The party collapsed into whispers and shattered glass. She tried to speak, but the microphone picked up nothing but breath. I walked past her, straightened my jacket, and handed her a small folded paper. The divorce notice. Dated 2 weeks before tonight. "You've been single for a while now," I said. "You just didn't know it." Then I left. That night, I drove to the sea, parked where the city lights fade into black water. I thought I'd feel rage or sadness, but there was only stillness, like a storm that had finally spent itself. Her messages came in waves, apologies, threats, pleas. I didn't open a single one. The next morning, the tabloids picked it up. Businesswoman's wife exposed at her own birthday party. I didn't leak it, someone else did. The truth has a way of walking on its own legs. I sold the house, changed my number, and disappeared from her map entirely. Sometimes people think revenge is about hurting the other person. It's not. It's about reclaiming the part of yourself they thought they destroyed. And at her birthday party, when she laughed with her ex and told me to sit with the guests, I realized something. I wasn't the guest. She was. She just didn't know she'd been uninvited.